Hi everybody, my name is Chris Armiger from Fort Myers Beach Fire Department. I also live down here on the beach. Been a medic and a firefighter, a firefighter for 14 years and a medic for 12, I guess. So either way, like I said, I'm a firefighter now. I worked in another department before here, and I was a lieutenant there. I've transitioned here to the beach, and I do some move up stuff, but just haven't had a chance to promote here yet. So hopefully that'll happen sometime soon. Watching the videos, a lot of the stuff that I got out of it was stuff that's was kind of reiterated to me. I've seen a lot of those before, a lot of them in the Slicers class, the Slicer RS, and then any class that you've taken that probably has anything to do with vent enter search, or as I say in the video, the vent enter isolate search. One of the takeaways I got from this round of videos that I watched was the importance, and I agree with, I forgot the gentleman's name, but the guy who from NIST who's talking about all the experiments that they did up at the UL labs and out on Governor's Island, was the importance of the isolation part of it. The big thing, all the buzzwords for now, all the training and education and stuff is fire dynamics, fire flow. The biggest thing is not so much like wind-driven fires. Like there was a bunch of studies done about wind-driven fires after a couple of guys in New York got killed. I forgot the name of the apartment building, but they had that mid-rise or high-rise building, took the windows out, and the guys got destroyed in that hallway. And it was mentioned, I think, in these 7 videos somewhere. But either way, controlling the flow path of the fire dynamics essentially is what these videos are about. So to get back to the isolation, when we get inside, we had a history of opening everything up, trying to get heat and smoke out, and it wound up being counterproductive. I just got back from Charleston yesterday, and I did my blue card up there, Charleston, South Carolina. While I was up there, I went to the Charleston 9 Memorial from the Super Sofa Fire, and we talked about that while I was up there. And one of the issues there was fire flow, fire dynamics, and the other big thing is not recognizing when you need to transfer your tactics. You need to go from going from an offensive strategy to switching to a defensive strategy, realizing, having an awareness of defensive conditions, modern versus legacy, all those other things. So my takeaways from these videos, like I said, I've seen them several times before, but the isolation is a big thing. Vent enter search, controlling your flow path, high pressure, low pressure. Fire goes from hot to cold, the smoke from areas of high pressure to low pressure. So being mindful not only of the smoke, but where you are in the smoke, where the smoke's going, and where it's coming from, and trying to limit all of those things. Vertical ventilation came up more actually in this blue card class that I had, but a little bit in the video. Hey, the 4x4, do we go 4x8? How big a hole do we cut? It's not so much the size as the timing. You got to make sure you got water on the fire. Water on the fire. That's the biggest thing that they pushed, I think, out of all these videos was water on the fire, fast water, kind of reset the fire. Slicers, they call it, a bunch of things, resetting the fire, hit it hard from the yard, stuff like a bunch of acronyms. But either way, if we can stop the progression of heat, if we can stop the deterioration of fuels in the building around us, gives us a better environment to work in. Our gear is great nowadays, better than it was even 20 years ago, which wasn't that long ago. But, we get in way too deep sometimes. We have the capability to get ourselves in a lot of trouble because we're so protected. Using your tick, to see what's ahead of you, what's behind you, what's above you, what's below you, all those sort of things. It's a great tool to have. But understanding the information that's on that tick, years and years ago, you shouldn't be able to get into a room that's 1200 degrees. You wouldn't be able to make it. Your gear didn't allow you to do that. Now it does. So we put ourselves in really bad situations. And we have to recognize that we don't have a lot of time, when we're there. So we really have to be aware of the environment around us, use the tools that we have to protect us. And just, taking the science-based stuff, all this information that they give us, understanding that it's not opinion and it's not, well, this worked for him, so it must work for me. We're better than that now. We're not Our texting strategies aren't anecdotal or so much tradition based anymore. I mean, they worked then, and they work now, but now that we understand why, we can apply them better or apply them in the appropriate situations and not in when they're inappropriate or dangerous to be used. So, encourage everybody to watch these videos. NIOSH reports, read them, watch them with your guys. But understanding, the why, these NIST videos, all this UL stuff on Governor's Island, I think that answered it, and that validated the things that we were doing, and validated why the things, some of the things we were doing don't work, But good luck, be safe, and I'll finish watching some more of your guys' videos and give you some comments. I hope you comment mine. But good luck with the class, and catch you guys out there. Be safe.